On this episode, we're going to be taking a look at and doing a review of a brand new tequila. It's called Santaleza, right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be taking a look at and doing a tasting review of a brand new tequila out on the market. It's called Santaleza. The brand had sent me a Blanco and a Reposado to review for you guys today and tell you all about. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into how this tequila is made. All right, so this tequila comes out of a NOM that not a lot of people are familiar with. It's 1604, and the name of the distillery is called Bonanza. Now, Bonanza is a really small distillery that is really located right next to Casa San Matias, and it is run and owned by the son of Carmen Villarreal, and it is a fantastic little distillery. And since a lot of people don't know about it, I'm going to take you on a tour of it on this episode. Okay, so Bonanza is a really small distillery, and they have one brick horno for cooking the agave. After the agave are cooked, they then shred the agave using this shredder here, and the fibers are then placed into a Ona, where they're crushed, and the juices extract, the sugars are extracted from the fibers, and then they ferment in wooden vats. Now, the wooden vats here are small, so they don't do a huge quantity of tequila at a time, but after they ferment in the wooden vats, they're then twice distilled using a copper pot still, and there's no additives added to any tequila coming out of Bonanza. And now for this tequila, they are sourcing a 7 to 8 year old agave from the Los Altos region of the highlands of Jalisco, so it should be a little on the sweeter side, more fruitier than the stuff that's found in the Valle. So all the production techniques for this tequila look very good. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the tasting portion and see what this tequila is all about. All right, so we're going to start with the Blanco. We'll pour a little bit in the glass. There we go. All right, so let's take a look at this Blanco in the glass. This is bottled at 40% alcohol by volume 2, so it is a regular proof. All right, looking at this in the glass, coats the glass beautifully. Let's see if we can get the focus. There we go. Let's look at it again. Coats the glass beautifully. Good legs and tears on the glass. It's going to have a nice viscous mouthfeel to it. Tequila itself is super clean. Looks excellent. Okay, so let's see what we get on the nose on this. Ooh, ha ha! I love it. Really nice, beautiful cooked agave coming through on the nose, which is what we want to smell. We want the agave to be king, and there's lots of that beautiful cinnamon and baking spices. It has a nice citrus notes to it too, like a sweet orange. But that cinnamon and cooked baking spice and stuff just sings at you through the nose on this. Smells beautiful. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile. First, we're gonna get our mouth acclimated to 40% alcohol. This is the first sip of tequila for the day, so let's do that first. You want to swish it all around your mouth. Don't do any tasting yet. Wait for everything to get acclimated. And now that everything's acclimated, let's take a sip and see what we get. Really nice, creamy, viscous mouthfeel. Beautiful oiliness to it. Lots of cooked agave on the front, the cinnamon and baking spices. A little bit of anise mixed in there, a little bit of that anise bitterness, kind of balancing things out a little bit. A little citrus in there. a nice honey-esque kind of sweetness in there as well. Not, you know, natural sweetness, not an additive type of thing. It's that sweet cinnamon. It gives kind of a honey-esque kind of flavor note to it as well. And then that sweet cinnamon just kind of sits on the tongue. Finishes out nicely. Super easy to sip, not a burn to it at all. This is dangerous stuff. You can sit and sip this stuff for a long time and not cause any problems. Very good tequila. I give this one 4 agave. It's nothing complex and super different, but it's very enjoyable and a good representation of what a good Blanco should be. All right, so that's the Blanco. It's good. Let's jump into the Reposado and see what we get. All right, well, I just finished up the rest of that Blanco. Nice salinity that came out in that as well, and a nice chocolate note on the finish that I really enjoy in a good Blanco. I'm going to spend some more time with this as well. Make sure you join me on the Hombre Cave tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we will, I'll talk about this a little further after I spend some more time with it. I'll probably be drinking this tonight when we talk about it on the Hombre Cave channel, where we get more in depth about these brands and stuff. After the review. So now we're going to take a look at the Reposado. The Reposado is aged for 8 months in American oak barrels. The Blanco is good. I like the Blanco. It's good. Definitely a good sipper. I definitely will keep this on the shelf. All right, so let's take a look at it in the glass. Coats the glass beautifully. You see the legs and tears forming on it. Look at that. So it's gonna have a nice viscous mouthfeel, just like the Blanco does. This will probably even more so, but look at how beautiful that looks. And then looking at the tequila, it is a very light straw color, which is 8 months in a barrel. That's about what you get. They're probably using ex-bourbon barrels too, so there's not a whole lot of color in them. All right, so let's see what we get on the nose on this. Oh, yeah. For those of you that like good caramel and vanilla notes and a Repo, you know, but mixed in with still lots of cooked agave, this is beautiful. It's really nice. It does have a little bit of a floral note to it now, from the wood, I'm guessing. But definitely get the sweet cinnamon and baking spices. Definitely vanilla and caramel are coming through on it. And it rings kind of through with like a floral-esque kind of nose to it, which is nice. It's really nice. The color of the tequila, like I said, it's a light straw, so it wasn't like aged for super long. 8 months isn't a long period of time. Let's see what we get on the flavor profile. Beautiful, oily, viscous mouthfeel. Cooked agave still coming through on the front. Get a little bit of that anise bitterness in there, but then it comes with this nice vanilla note. And then a nice salted caramel finish on it. Beautiful, beautiful Reposado. Definitely easy sipping. This is something you can sit and literally down half a bottle before you know what's going on. It's super easy to sip. No burn to it. No harshness. Very extremely drinkable. This bottle's not going to last very long for me. I give this one 4 agave too, so it's a solid 4 agave for the brand across the board, which is great, which means I recommend it. It's going to be a very enjoyable Reposado and a very enjoyable Blanco. I think this is going to be a really nice brand that people are going to enjoy and people are going to start talking about. All right, so there you go. 4 agave across the board for both the Blanco and the Añejo. If you want to learn more about the distillery and about this brand, make sure you subscribe to the Hombre Cave channel, where we'll be discussing this further tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time live on the Hombre Cave channel. And that's where we get further in the depth about things. So if you really want to maximize your knowledge on tequila and agave spirits, as well as some other things that we talk about, like home aging and stuff, make sure you subscribe to both here, the Tequila Hombre channel, and the Hombre Cave, and you'll maximize your education. Well, if you like the information I shared with you today on this tequila brand, make sure you click the thumbs up and give me a like for the information shared. And if you're new to the channel, well, welcome, bienvenido. And we'd love to have you as part of the Tequila Hombre family and the Hombre Cave family. So make sure you click the subscribe button here and the notification bell next to it. And then go over to the Hombre Cave channel and subscribe there as well, so you can get the additional content. And like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. So, hey, if you want to pick up the Santaleza Repo and Blanco, I recommend it and you'll be in good shape. Salud.